Hey, it's Jake from EXP. This video right here is going to be all about the best neighborhoods and the best places to live all across Spring, Texas. We're going to be jumping in to a few different neighborhoods that I believe to be some of the best in terms of amenities, schools. We're going to talk about shopping and dining and everything you want to know from recreation, cost of living. Let you guys find out for yourselves based off the information provided where is the best place to live in Spring, Texas. And we're going to get to it right now. All right, what's up everybody? Full disclosure, I'm a Spring area resident, so I love Spring. I've got a family that I'm raising here. I'm building a business right here, so I know a lot about the area and the different things that my family were looking into and considering when deciding where to live around Spring, Texas. Guys, Spring is a big area. It covers about 12 zip codes, 4 different school districts, so there's a lot of information to take in. We're talking to people every single day just like you that are online doing their research from out of the area or out of state, which I know can be challenging sometimes. So the goal for me is to provide the best information, get you guys on the ground into these neighborhoods and let you see for yourself and decide as a family what's the best place to live a life, raise a family, and just enjoy everything there is to enjoy about Spring, Texas. So we're going to talk about housing costs, overall cost of living, the community amenities, what it's like to live in these neighborhoods. And at the end of the day, I want to be a helpful resource and an advocate for you. I've been in your shoes before, looking from an outsider's perspective in, trying to find the best neighborhoods to live all around Spring, Texas. So if that's you, reach out to me today or even sooner. The best way to reach me is through talk or text. That's 281-660-4797. Down below in the description, there's email addresses, website information. You can book a call with me directly there. I want to be an advocate. I want you to know that you've got someone with their feet right here on the ground in Spring, Texas that can help answer all your questions so that you guys as a family can make the best, most informed decision possible and put yourself in the best position to be successful. And also, if this is your first time visiting the channel, I want you to take a minute, hit the subscribe button and click that bell. You will want to be notified anytime we put out a new video because we're constantly updating this channel for everything you'd want to know when it comes to living, eating, working, sleeping, playing, and thriving right here in Spring, Texas. Here we are, the greater view of Houston, Texas. So as you can see, large area. Spring, Texas is right up here on the north side, guys. We're about 35 miles north of downtown Houston proper. And as I zoom in a little bit here, you're gonna notice Spring is a very big area. It covers everything from Interstate 45 going west over to Highway 249. So this is the Klein area, Klein Independent School District, right in this area. Spring on the east side of I-45 and the Hardy Toll Road. We're gonna talk about a few different neighborhoods over here on this side, both south of Highway 99. This is the new Grand Parkway toll road that went in. Talk about a couple of neighbors right in here, Bender's Landing and Harmony. On the north side, we're going to be talking about the Imperial Oaks area, and then jump across Interstate 45. We've got the Woodlands, which is its own master plan community. However, it is totally incorporated with Spring as well. A lot of the homes and areas in the Woodlands have a Spring address, so I think it's totally appropriate to talk about the Woodlands. We're also going to go just south of the Creekside area into Augusta Pines, one of my favorite areas right in here. And that's going to wrap it up, guys. We're going to do a quick work from the west side going north and then over to the east side. So we're going to start with the Champions area in Spring, and as I zoom in, you start to see some neighborhoods pop up. Champion Forest, so this is the area we're going to talk about here. And as you drive through Champion Forest, one of my favorite things about this neighborhood, it's definitely more of an original neighborhood to the area. So these homes, as far as construction, they're going to go dating back into the late 70s through the 80s and of course into the 90s. But because they are more original, you're going to see large lots, big trees, big oak trees, pine trees, and a lot of people like that about the Champion Forest area is that they're larger lots. They differ from a lot of the new construction that you see out there. And as you see kind of through some of this footage of driving through the neighborhood here, you can see the sprawling lots, and that's kind of the charm to the Champion Forest area. So one of my favorite things about Champion Forest, and we're going to talk about this with another neighborhood up the road in Glenloch Farms, is some of the access to some incredible different shopping and dining areas right here off of Luetta Road. As you take this over to Highway 249, I'm going to zoom in on this vintage park. Guys, this place has got it going on as far as restaurants and shopping. There's all kind of boutique shops. I'm going to pull up the satellite image here so we can check this out. But as you come down Luetta, this whole vintage park area area has grown so much over the last 5 to 10 years. Some of my favorite restaurants and places to go out for a cocktail are right in here, and they've got shopping, little boutiques like I mentioned. So some different places you want to go check out in the Vintage Park. As I zoom in here, El Tiempo Mexican food restaurant is right here. Some of the best fajitas and margaritas you're gonna find around the area. They got a cycle bar over here. Right next door is Human, which is a new place that just went in, that they offer kind of like physical recovery, so cryo chamber, light beds, and different things like that at some really cool places. Over here we've got Moe's Irish Pub, Hop Dotty Burger Bar, Potbelly Sandwiches. Another Broken Egg is a great place for breakfast. So a lot of shopping and dining right here in the Vintage. And as I back up a little bit, you see the Champions area right over here. So all up and down Champion Forest Drive, Champions Drive, in between Cypress Wood and Luetta. This is just a great place to access for, like I said, anything you want as far as shopping and dining. This is in the Klein Independent School District. So what we're gonna do is look at some of the schools and the location in relation to Champion Forest. All right, so let's talk about school zoning within the Champion Forest area. So you are, like I said, in Klein Independent School District. So you're going to funnel through Brill Elementary, which is right here in the heart of Champion Forest. For a lot of folks located in these sections, it's within walking distance. Brill Elementary is going to then feed into Kleb Intermediate, which if we hop over there, it's just a little further down Luetta. Here's Kleb Intermediate in relation to Brill Elementary that we were just at, so just over and around the corner. And guys, I'll speak from personal experience. My kids have grown up in the Klein School District. They've gone through Kleb Intermediate and then Klein High School, which is right next door, and they're phenomenal schools. They're incredibly academically challenging. They actually have been received in 2021. They were named the National District of the Year in the state of Texas, so that is a phenomenal recognition. But just a great overall school district. I love it. My kids have loved it. But you can see proximity to Champion Forest here. You've got Kleb Intermediate and Klein High School right next to each other there. Let's talk about property values a little bit. I'm gonna jump over just to pull up a couple of listings here. So tax rate in the Champion Forest area, you're looking at 2.3 to 2.5%. The HOA is going to vary slightly depending on where exactly what section that you're in. There are a couple of gated exclusive sections of Champions, and so they're gonna carry a much higher HOA, probably around $1,200 a year. But for the most part, HOA isn't real expensive in Champions Forest. You do have community amenities like swimming pools and tennis courts and a lot of different things available to you there. As far as recreation goes for Champions area, if you come down here on Cypress Wood Drive, I want to take you over to Meyer Park, because this is just an incredible place to go for any outdoor recreation. They have a bunch of soccer fields, baseball fields, softball fields. And then the neatest thing about it is right behind this section of Meyer Park is access to the Cypress Creek Trail system. And if you jump in here, this is the creek here, but there are single track and paved trails that go all along Cypress Creek. If I back this up a little bit, it's quite amazing. It goes all the way from Highway 249 over here on this side, all the way along the creek. You can take this all the way across as the creek runs over to Interstate 45. And there's single track mountain bike trails, there's walking trails. It's an awesome trail system to go out there and get along the creek and get outdoors. Definitely want to check that out. So if your kids are into youth soccer, softball, baseball, anything like that, this is where a lot of the action goes down around Meyer Park for areas around Champions and Spring Klein. Okay, so real quick here, I want to jump in and show you guys as far as home values and listings available around the Champion Forest area. As you can see with the green dots around here, these are all the active listings currently. I'm gonna hover over a couple of these just to kind of show you guys the price range between the areas. As you can see here, they're kind of in the mid threes, low fours. As you get down to Cypress Wood Drive here and you drive along, you've got some of the bigger estate sections of the Champions area. And these homes are massive. They're on like a lot that consists of about an acre. And they were built originally back in the 70s and 80s for the HP executives as the HP campus got developed there in Spring. This is where a lot of them were living. And so you can see homes a little bit higher price point along the Cypress Wood Drive area in those estate sections there. We're also gonna check out a little bit of the falls at Champion Forest. And so in this little gated section, you can see the price point in theirs, kind of around that 800 to 900, around $1 million, but they're behind the gates in a great neighborhood there. A lot of great consistency in terms of the year of construction and just the quality of construction in that section there. And so you can see as we get into these gated sections here as I drop down. The HOA fees here are going to run a little bit more annually, $2,300 a year. And a lot of that goes into the upkeep of the common area spaces and those amenities available to those residents. But you'll see here the tax rate is still incredibly low, 2.48%. Okay, so if we back out here a little bit, I'm gonna go back over to our Google map and show you guys where we were. It was just right in here in the Champions area. And the Champions area really is a large area. It spans from Spring Cypress Road all the way down here to 1960, a large area of different subsections of the neighborhood. So a lot of good housing options, big sprawling lots, mature trees, and just a beautiful aesthetic all the way around. Okay guys, so the next neighborhood we're gonna jump into, we're gonna stick here in the Klein area of Spring, so Klein Independent School District. And as I zoom in here, we're going to be talking about Glenloch Farms. I've got another video specifically on Glenloch, so check that out here as well. Glenloch is a great neighborhood. It's a master plan community, but on a smaller scale than you might be used to with like the Woodlands or Bridgeland out in Cypress. There's some different areas there. A couple of unique features about Glenloch. One, the elementary schools that are right there in the neighborhood are absolutely top-notch within the Klein School District. Everybody loves them, and they're walking distance right here in the neighborhood. So I'm gonna go to the satellite here. The main entrance into Glenloch, there's a couple of ways to get in. We're kind of fitting in here between Spring Cypress Road here on the south side and then the Grand Parkway, Highway 99 on the north side. So you can access Champion Forest Drive off of the Grand Parkway, or here off of Spring Cypress, you can come in on Champion Forest Road, or if I scroll in here a little bit, Glenloch Lakes Boulevard is another way in right off of Spring Cypress right here. But here's the first elementary school, Hostler Elementary. Great ratings on niche.com, right up at the front of the neighborhood. I'm gonna zoom out and then back in because I wanna show you the other school located in the neighborhood, Frank Elementary School, right here in the back of the neighborhood. So Glenloch is kind of split up into the two different elementary schools, but both of them, like I said, exemplary ratings and overall great schools, but for a lot of these sections, they're walking distance. Another great thing about Glenloch is the golf club. So Glenloch Pines Golf Club. This is a 27-hole golf course that winds through the neighborhood. They do have a reciprocal membership with Augusta Pines, which is another neighborhood we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. So if you're into golf, this is a semi-private membership. It's open to the public, but they do have private memberships available as well. Additionally, with Glenloch, that stands out are the neighborhood amenities. I'm going to zoom in to the Glenloch Farms, the sports complex here, because this place is spectacular. You can see they've got a couple of baseball fields. This is a big covered pavilion with a basketball court. And then they do have, I believe it's an 8-lane competition swimming pool, sand volleyball courts and playgrounds and things. And I can tell you my kids are on swim team, not for Glenloch, but for a neighboring team. And we have our divisional meet here at this pool. And it's phenomenal, man. They spread out, all the teams get around this swimming pool and it's just packed with kids. It's a lot of fun, but top-notch facility there. And I'm gonna back up and move over to the main lake in Glenloch Farms right here. And there's another rec center. And this place is awesome. It's in the trees. It's got a couple of tennis courts, a clubhouse here as well, an additional competition swimming pool, but then this pool's neat. It's got a playscape for the kids with a slide and some water things going on, water features, and then it overlooks the lake. So this is kind of a prominent feature within Glenloch Farms. Glenloch Farms, from a real estate perspective, has a little bit of something for everybody, from the first-time home buyer up to the executive estate type home. And you can see these homes that go around the lake. This is a gated section. There's an entry point right down here, and it winds around the lake. And all of these homes in here are estate type homes. These ones that back up to the lake are beautiful, great views, privacy, overlooking the lake. Another section as far as executive level and estate type homes. Back over here in Glenloch Estates, all these homes here, and it continues back into the paddocks section back over here. Same thing, they're larger 1-acre lots. Some of these are gonna back up to the golf course, so you're gonna have really neat views out over the golf course or to the exterior of the neighborhood back over here. But everything else in between, all these other sections are homes, from the first-time home buyer to the move-up home buyer, and these price ranges are going to vary anywhere from like the mid 300s up to $600,000-$700,000 or more, depending on the interior condition, swimming pool, you know, different things like that. You can't ask for much more. You're right off the Grand Parkway, so you have easy access to get onto Highway 249. They're not far from the Vintage Park, the area we just talked about. And if I even back out a little bit more, just so you can get the lay of the land with the highway systems, 99 to I-45 up to the Woodlands, they're really not far. Glenloch's a great neighborhood. There's a lot of homes, a lot of different opportunities there available in Glenloch. We're going to talk about cost of living. We've talked a little bit about the cost of housing, but I want to show you guys in particular, what does it cost to live here in Glenloch? Your tax rate is about 2.6%, and then your HOA is about $1,000 a year. So all of that's going to play into your overall cost of ownership of the home. Both very reasonable, low taxes, pretty normal as far as HOA goes, about $1,000 a year. And then also here in Glenloch, we talked about the entrance on Spring Cypress and Grand Parkway. You've got an HEB, so grocery shopping is available right here at the entrance off of Champion Forest and Highway 99. You've got the HEB, or if Kroger is more your speed, you like the Kroger's grocery store, there's another Kroger located right over here at the corner of Spring Cypress and Champion Forest Drive. So great access to groceries if you need some milk or bread or something like that for dinner real quick. You can easily access either one of those. All right, so if I back up a little bit further, we're gonna scoot just to the north side of Highway 99, the Grand Parkway. We're gonna zoom in here. We're gonna be talking about the neighborhood of Augusta Pines. You can see it pop up right here is the Augusta Pines Golf Club. So let's get that in the center and scoot on in. This is still obviously in Spring, Texas. We're gonna be zoned to the Klein Oak High School, and we'll talk about some of the elementary and intermediate schools as well and their proximity and location here. In reference to the golf course, this is a big focal point of Augusta Pines. This is a reciprocal membership to the Glenloch Farms Golf Club. So great golf course out here at Augusta Pines. I've played it many times. Neat facilities, great course, a semi-private membership available, so you can play at either Glenloch or Augusta Pines Golf Club. As I pull up the satellite image, I want to talk about access. So from Highway 99 here, you can get into Augusta Pines either way. You can take Gosling Road up here to Rayford. Rayford Road runs from Gosling Road over to Kirkendall, and Kirkendall is the other main road that feeds up from Highway 99. And then you're not far from the Woodlands area. Over here, you've got all the shopping and dining and main drag of the Woodlands. You're not far from there with Augusta Pines. It's situated right in here, just around Rayford Road, in between Gosling Road and Kirkendall. Klein Independent School District, as I mentioned, Klein Oak High School is gonna be right here. So not far from the neighborhood at all. Klein Oak has got a great football program, great swimming program. A lot of the club swim teams around the area practice here as well. But Klein Oak High School is great, and it's just a stone's throw from the neighborhood there, right off of Highway 99. All right, so as far as amenities around Augusta Pines, Kirkendall has seen a lot of growth over the years, and Gosling Road is currently going through a lot of upgrades and improvements as far as just the road itself, but also a lot of different restaurants. The Butler House is great, and that's a newer restaurant that's gone in. It's really family friendly. It's got a big outdoor area, great for brunch. And then along Kirkendall here, there's a lot of great restaurants up and down Kirkendall. And here at the Grand Parkway, you've got this big shopping center that went in a couple of years ago. It's got everything from Academy to Target, PetSmart, Michael's, Cinemark down here, movie theater, and a lot of great restaurants. Uncle Julio's Mexican restaurant is phenomenal, but a lot of great amenities and shopping right here located at the Grand Parkway and Kirkendall. You're gonna see a lot more growth coming out this way, guys. There's a lot of land available up and down Kirkendall, so we're gonna see more commercial development along that Kirkendall corridor over the years to come. And then at Rayford Road and Kirkendall, zoom in here, you've got a Kroger grocery store located right here. Really quick access to get to from Augusta Pines. Over the years, and I talk about this over the last 5 to 7 years, there's been a lot of new construction along Rayford here. This is why you see some of these don't quite look completed. All of these neighborhoods are finished out. This little gated section of Shadow Creek is phenomenal. A lot of great homes in here. And then this is a custom section back over here being built out. So Frankel Homes is the one developing that. They are custom start to finish, and they build a beautiful product. Another gated section here that backs up to the golf course. And the ones we're gonna tour through as we turn onto Augusta Pines Boulevard in here and turn into this section here. We're gonna take a look at some of the homes. Obviously, they're newer construction. The lot sizes might be a little bit smaller compared to the Champions area, but the construction in here is beautiful. I've been in a lot of these homes. I've got some clients that have purchased over here, and they love them. They're well constructed. They have more of an open concept design layout, which is really nice. A lot of people like that these days, which some of those older homes, you're not gonna get that as much. And as we wind around here, you'll see along Augusta Pines Parkway, these properties do open up. So you've got some larger half-acre properties here that abut to the golf course. So a lot of beautiful properties, a lot of great options. And as we scoot over to the Hideaway Lake Circle area, this is another section as well that starts to trickle from Augusta Pines into the preserve over here. But a lot of great neighborhoods, a lot of great homes, kids walking around, and families walking to schools, and it's just a beautiful place to be. All right, so let's take a look at some real estate around Augusta Pines. We're gonna talk a little bit about the cost of living in here. So we pull up just a specific listing that's listed for sale here. You can see priced at $619, 3,100 square feet, built in 2001. I wanna scroll down and share with you guys the tax rate is 2.84, or 2.86, excuse me, so you're still under 3% in terms of your tax rates. $950 annual HOA fee. Again, pretty consistent with what we've seen with some of the other neighborhoods around Spring. We've seen inventory pick up over the recent few weeks where we're up 30%, so you can see there's more options and availability for home buyers these days. And like I said, if you're looking around the Augusta Pines, there's a little bit of something for everybody. Some of these gated sections here do have a little bit more of the executive level type properties. Overall, it's a beautiful neighborhood. If you like to play golf, this is another great option for you guys. You're zoned to great schools, a lot of great amenities right around your neighborhood. So this is Augusta Pines in all its glory. All right, guys, well, that does wrap up our neighborhood tour for the best places to live around Spring, Texas. I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. I know this is gonna probably prompt some additional questions for you. That's why I'm available for you guys 24 hours a day, 365. Reach out to me direct, 281-660-4797. We've got you covered all around the greater Houston area. So whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we've got your back. Reach out to us today or even sooner.